the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro.
Hate army.
Shout
that
out
guy.
to
Hate army.
hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
Hey everyone, and an early good evening to all of you that are here early for the stream. I am here early for the stream. I'm just going to get the laptop set up here, and then we can just kind of hang out for like 20 minutes or so before we start with gameplay, because I don't have anything else to do. I wrapped up all my stuff that I needed to do before the stream, and I'm not tied up in anything, so let me just get the chat open and see what you lovely people are up to today. Hold on here while I get the stream going on the laptop. And tonight we're going to have big progress, because from what I'm going to understand, we're near the very end, like 20 minutes away from the end of Chapter 9, and we had just started Chapter 9 last night. Like, certain chapters of this game are shorter than others, because essentially what they want you to do is kind of break up the side content to do. And so we did a lot of the side content in Hawaii already, and some of the new stuff is unlocked, but we were like, you know, we just want to really advance the plot. It's been a while since we had big plot advancement, so that's what we'll do. Let's finish Chapter 9. Let's go into Chapter 10. Let's see what Chapter 10 is. Let's see if Chapter 10 is all story. If it is, we could do that too. Like, the way I'm thinking is, we've done so much side content in the game, we could push the story for many streams, like 3-4 streams in a row, all the way to the point where it's like, okay, if you advance the story, you beat the game. In which case, then we go back and we have a couple of relaxing streams of side content before we adjourn, right? So I think that might be the way that we approach it. In fact, Dark Gaming is in the chat right now and says, yes, the way it works is most of the next chapters are all super short, but then the final chapter ends up being like 10 hours long for the finale of the game. There you go. Let's see here. How do some streamers do it and not get flagged? For what? Flagged for what? Let's see. I don't know what you mean, because I scrolled up and I can't see what you guys were talking about. Oh, Smash Brothers songs? Oh. Yeah. Oh, good evening, Jesse. How are you? Good to have you here. Lucky Gremlin says, let's knock it out. Let's do some big progress tonight, right? Let's get some good plot advancement. Let's do it. I think that's the way to go tonight. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, like, no lie, like 3-4 streams. So tonight and the 2 or so streams we do next week of this game, just get as far in the story as we can. And then we're going to probably get to a logical point where it's like, okay, here's side content or end of game. And we can determine at that point, do we just want to wrap up the game? Or do we want to actually explore some of the side missions and content? Does it feel meaningful, right? I feel like this, you know, if what everything that we were told and led to believe is true, and this really is the final game for Cosmic Kiryu, we may want to wrap up the Cosmic Kiryu stuff. Like, maybe the Hawaii stuff will be kind of excessive, but maybe we want to do the stuff with Kiryu as a way to say goodbye, because we might not ever see him again in a video game, right? I guess we'll have to see. He was saying about using Persona and Smash songs for the intros. I was saying Atlas and Nintendo would flag you. Yeah, what would end up happening is it would just get demonetized. If I had any copywritten music on this stream instead of my own music, the whole stream would just get demonetized. So I wouldn't be able to have ad revenue. I wouldn't be able to do anything monetization on the stream. I'd still be able to take in super chats, memberships, tips, and I would be able to break up the gameplay later and upload it separately, but the stream itself would not make any money. You see? There's a few side quests left in Hawaii that are good, like the Ice Guy. Well, and there you have it. For those of you maybe who've played the game, maybe you could tell me which of the side quests are more meaningful as we continue on. Here's the thing. I don't want to rush through this game, but at the same time, dude, we've almost been playing it for 2 months, and we're only like 45 hours in. We got to get further progress at this point, and there's so many other games now coming out. Battlefront comes out Friday. Rise of the Ronin the Friday after. We've got possibility of like a survival horror game with Alone in the Dark. Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out, and I'm skipping it for now. I want to play it, and I'm skipping it because I'm already playing too many games, so we have to focus on progress at this point. The Battlefront collection is not full price. It's $35, or if you have PS Plus, it's $31.50. So that's misinformation. If someone was under the impression they're charging full price for the Battlefront Classic Collection, that's false. It's basically half price for 2 games. So, excuse me. Brad, no one knows what you're talking about. Grandia 2 HD Remaster has been announced for March 26th. Another RPG coming out on March 26th. Oh my god. Oh no, I know the Grandia games aren't that long. I'm aware of that. I played them. I think it might have been Grandia 2 that I had on PC back in the day, early 2000s. I really liked that game. I played it a few times, actually. But I think I'll be playing the Paper Mario release when it comes out. I would love to. It's the 1,000-Year Door. It's the one that I owned on GameCube in the early 2000s, and I played like 10 hours in, and I loved it, and I never got to finish it. So I would love to play it. People asked me for years would I play it. I said yes, but now look how many RPGs we're playing. It's like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We shall see. I don't want to make any promises about any RPGs at all for the rest of this year. I mean it too. I don't want to make a single promise about an RPG after what we've already been through. I don't. I'm not committing to any RPGs whatsoever. I would love to play them all, but as you guys know, look what happens when all I do is play RPGs. Attendance, engagement, support, everything is down right now because I'm playing too many RPGs. I have to play other games. I have to start variety again on this channel. What's the next thing that isn't an RPG? I literally just ran it down for you. The Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection comes out tomorrow, but I'm playing it Friday because I'm not here tomorrow. In a week from that, there's Rise of the Ronin. At the same time, there's Dragon's Dogma 2, but I'm not playing it because it's an RPG. There's Alone in the Dark coming out. And then in April, there are several releases. But what I'm going to do is, on my birthday, April 6th, we're going to do a marathon. And during that marathon, we will go through the release schedule for the rest of the year and finally hammer in the dates of the other games coming out so we know what to look for the rest of the year. Because right now, I haven't had a chance to look at the schedule in ages. So I actually don't really know what's coming out. The last time we did it was Christmas. And my list is so outdated at this point. Where is it? Trying to find it. Yeah, my list ran out in March. So I don't even know what's out in April, May, June. Now we have all those dates, but now I have to look them up. So look them up and list them and everything. So that's correct. Star Wars Battlefront was originally a PC game. Then they kind of nerfed it down and ported it to consoles. So this collection on Friday is supposed to be the PC game now made for modern platforms. It's not supposed to be the PS2 version. It's supposed to be the actual PC version with all its features. Good point. Dapian says, after watching RoboCop, I really would like another Deus Ex or Bioshock style game. I tried Atomic Heart, but it wasn't the same. It's not. Atomic Heart is not the same. It kind of sucks. Yeah, that formula works, and they basically all dropped it. I think what happened is Deus Ex Mankind Divided actually sold really poorly compared to what they were expecting, and they couldn't figure out why. Like, they thought that they had marketed it properly and everything. I think what it is there was fatigue at one time. Remember, we had the Dishonored games, then we had Deus Ex, and we had many other, like, that formula was being used so much, the whole first-person RPG looter style formula, that I think people got burnt out on it, and it just died for a while. But now I think there's such a lack of it that people would like that again. Dark Gaming says, it sucks. You paid for all the Like a Dragon DLC. You won't have any time to do post-game content. I mean, yeah, I bought the Super Ultra Deluxe Edition. It gives you all this extra stuff for Dondoko Island that I only played 4 hours of Dondoko Island. I'm never going back. It gave me all this stuff for Sujimon, and people are saying I might as well not even do Sujimon, because all it is a bunch of grindy stuff you can beat in like 5 to 8 hours, and all you do at the end is you get a new job class that you don't need. So I paid all this extra money. Was it like 30, 40 extra bucks or whatever it was to get the best edition, and I'm probably not using any of that stuff, you know? I think, again, the problem is there's nothing wrong with this game and all of its content. There's nothing wrong with Final Fantasy and all of its content. There's nothing wrong with Baldur's Gate and all of its content. There's nothing wrong with Persona 3 and all of its content. The problem is it's all at once. You can't have so many insanely lengthy games that literally when you play these games, this should be the only game you're playing, right? If you're totally immersed in Like a Dragon, you'll beat it in a month, but you'll see all the content. If you're totally immersed in Final Fantasy 7, you'll see you'll get through it in like 2-3 weeks, but that's all you're doing. Me, I'm variety. I balance a bunch of different stuff, so I'm not allowed to just see the one game. Because then if I basically skip the game and play it 2 months later, no one cares. You know, that's just the truth. So it's rough. There's too many games that as they're being developed, they feel like that's going to be your major focus for a month to 2 months. That's not reality for most people. Most people, how much do you even get to play a game? A couple hours a day, maybe, if you're lucky with your busy life and everything. So how can you play a 100-hour game? It's going to take you 3 months to beat it, right? Like, I don't know. Again, the video games, the whole idea of a video game actually used to be jump in, jump out kind of entertainment. Like, okay, I'm going to come home from work, I'm going to boot up my console, and I'm going to just jump right back into the game and play it for a couple of hours and have a really good time. Just hit that checkpoint or save point, and that's it, and then we pick it up tomorrow. Not, oh, this is such an immersive experience that tonight when I came home from work and I came to play the game, it was a 2-hour cutscene. I didn't even play the game. It was just 2 hours of cutscenes. And then I'm out of time, so I didn't even get to play the game tonight. I just watched a movie, right? That's how a lot of these games are. It's like, yeah, that's not reality for most people. It's like ideal state. If everyone had unlimited time to sit around and play video games, maybe that works. It doesn't really work in real society. You know what I'm saying? Dark Gaming says, it's wild we pay $20 to see a 2-hour movie, but $70 for a 100-hour RPG. That's also true. And I feel like maybe the scale is wrong, right? Why does every game feel like it has to be 100 hours? But is that really an on-pace level of entertainment for the realistic world? I don't know. I mean, I play video games full-time for a living. The difference is I juggle a bunch of them. If I was just sitting here playing one game, like, for example, Like a Dragon was at the end of January, it came out. If all I played was Like a Dragon, and I did all the side content, too. Like, let's say I did all the missions, I did the Sujimon grinding, I probably would have been done by now, right? But think of all the games I would not have played that I played in the last month. I wouldn't have checked out Pal World. I wouldn't have checked out Silent Hill, The Short Message. I wouldn't have played Tekken 8 whatsoever. I wouldn't have played any Baldur's Gate. I wouldn't have played Final Fantasy 7. I wouldn't have done any of the React content that I just did over the last month. This whole playthrough of Retro Replay Heavy Rain never would have happened just because I'm sitting here playing Like a Dragon. You see how crazy that is? Like, yeah, I really feel like, I think here's what's happened. Every game, as I said this earlier on the podcast, every game wants to be Witcher 3 now. That's exactly what it is. Witcher 3 was the poster child case, right? Of a game that no one knew how good it was going to be, and you buy it, it's like endless content, crazy good missions. It just keeps going and going. And then every company felt like they had to compete with Witcher 3, so they all made exactly the same formula of game. Not exactly the same genre, not exactly the same playstyle, but the same formula, where there's a main story you can kind of turbo through faster, but there's all this periphery content that makes the game 80 to 100 hours long if you explore it all, right? And I get that, but not every gaming experience is supposed to be that. Just being honest, it's just not supposed to all be that. And also, you shouldn't be releasing that many in a short period of time. It's the same for any entertainment medium, right? Just think about this. If a Transformers action movie, a Ninja Turtles action movie, a G.I. Joe action movie, and, I don't know, a Dragon Ball action movie, all released within 2 months, don't you think they would cannibalize each other? Everyone would be like, oh, they're all the same. It's all action, kind of big explosions, Michael Bay animation. It wouldn't do as well. If you space it out, like, oh, for the summer blockbuster is the Ninja Turtles reboot. But then in the fall, there's a new Transformers movie. And then early on the next year, there's the Dragon Ball movie. Then they'll do better. But how these companies don't understand that, it doesn't make any sense that they don't understand that. They should. This is their whole fucking business. And they don't get that releasing all the same type of game in this close proximity is a horrible idea. I have no idea what Rise of the Triad is. I've never heard of it. The Blimp says the other problem is none of it feels innovative. These sort of games feel like they're stagnated. Combine this with the quantity and it's not a great experience. Like a Dragon dramatically improves upon the last one. It does. But it's hard to get noticed in a sea of RPGs, right? Like if you were to ask me, are these games good? Well, Like a Dragon, the combat's way better, right? Having 2 open world areas is way better. Having 2 parties you swap between is really cool. I like all those improvements. In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, having open world exploration and side content that wasn't present in Remake is great. It's a great improvement. But, like, if you were to ask me head-to-head what's a better game, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. I can't. It's just not possible, right? The other thing, too, is that, like what about Persona 3? That one apparently also did really well, And it looks great. I've seen it. Kat played a little bit of it, and it looks gorgeous. I'm like, I would love to play that game. I can't. Like, I literally can't. I wish I could, but I can't play it. It's too much. So here's the thing, though, Sarah, because Sarah said, well, Like a Dragon and Persona 3 Reloaded had record sales numbers. That's great, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has lower sales numbers than Final Fantasy 16. So what happened was the games that came out right next to each other did good, and now there's fatigue. Like, I guarantee you, Dragon's Dogma ain't going to do as well. I'll tell you right now, we have RPG fatigue right now, and you're going to see all these RPGs coming out in the next 1 to 2 months. You're going to see sales numbers aren't as good as they expected because now you have too much competition. People were already backlogged, and now they're starting to catch up on the backlog, and they don't have time to buy the next game. You see? That's exactly what's going to happen. The first 2 of the year did good because they were the first 2 out of the gate. But now you're going to start to see that problem. Lucky Gremlin, I agree with you. However, you have to understand that's not how these games are judged. He says, these games are not for a limited time. You can buy them when you're ready to play them. You're correct, but that's not how the games industry works at all. Take a look at games that don't sell well. Like Suicide Squad is already 40% off. It was $70. Now it's like 35. That's what happens to these games if they don't sell. They have to slash the prices because the inventory isn't moving on the physical shelf. They got to liquidate that inventory, get it out of the store. And digitally, the marketplaces are like, we wanted these to move. They're not moving. How do you move? Slash the price. So these game companies are not going to be successful doing what they're doing right now. They have to change their attitudes of how they're going to release these games. They need to be making sales at launch and have hype behind the game. Not people talked about it for 2 days until the next one came out, and now we dropped the last one. Right? Like, I feel like a Dragon would have gotten way more talk, word of mouth, social media presence, everything, if Persona 3 didn't come out right after. And then if the next one didn't come out right after. Like, the problem was none of these games have had time to shine. They're less like a week, and then the next RPG's out. So you're talking about the next one, and then the next one, right? Oh, I knew that the Suicide Squad game was going to be atrociously bad. I read that one like a book up front, and I knew it was going to be a waste of time. I'm very glad I avoided it. All right, we actually got to get started, guys. Guys, please do me a favor tonight. Again, if you enjoy this content, please support it. Right now, Like a Dragon is by far my least supported stream that I've ever done. That's not even an exaggeration. It really is. Like, I'm making like $5 to $10 a night when I stream it. So I could be flipping burgers and making more. It's fine because other streams are doing well. Like earlier today, the Baldur's Gate stream did well. But it would be great to get some support tonight on the stream if possible. Okay? So please support Like a Dragon if you can. If you enjoy it, I love it. That's why I'm still playing it, despite the fact it's not making anything for me. But it would be great to have some support if possible tonight of any kind.
I want to know why there's zero growth in this family's receipts. There's the fucking money.
Okay. Derek, the only reason Tubi is on my Xbox is because I watched an animation for a private patron video and it was only available on Tubi to watch and record. The only reason. I don't watch any videos or anything like that on my Xbox at all. I use the YouTube app to do the react show, and that's it. Okay, we ready? Han Solo just gifted a membership to start. Thank you, Han. All right, ready? It went to DJ. Congrats, DJ, on the gifted membership. Enjoy. All right, here we go. Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Yesterday, we had a massive amount of story progress. All right. But by the way, hold on. I received a $1 tip from someone who says poopy farts. Wow. That's very intelligent of you. Thank you. In fact, you know, what we really needed right now during this very heavy part of plot exposition were some poopy farts. So thanks so much for that. I really appreciate that. Poopy farts.
Now you know the truth.
Mouth guard. Okay. Let's save up. And then we're going to continue on. And probably, again, just kind of push more of the plot now that we're in Chapter 10. Good stuff. See you in a bit. Okay, so everyone, I have to use the restroom. I've actually had to use it for about 25 minutes, no lie. But we got stuck in so many cutscenes and everything, I was like, let's just write it out. So if you guys give me like 5 minutes to use the bathroom, I'm not going to run an ad or anything. I'm just going to basically mute the mic and go use the bathroom. Be right back, okay? I'll be right back, guys. Okay, much better. That was a rip-roaring, rousing time, let me tell you. But I feel much, much better now. Han Solo, I did not use the pause feature on recording because I had officially split the part regardless. If I had used the restroom in the middle of a part as an emergency, then I'm going to try that new pause feature. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, but we didn't have to use it. Oh, man, that was bad. Someone had to throw a lifesaver into the toilet to get me. Wow. All right. So, guys, we are going to do at least another hour, maybe a little bit extra tonight. We'll see. I want to see if what the logical stopping point is. I want to see how far we can get. All right. So, thanks for hanging out. Again, guys, please support the stream tonight if you can. And please ignore idiots in the chat who are talking about contributions because they're trolls. They're literally in here with their million stock accounts trying to do that. Just don't listen to them trying to derail. But if you could support the stream tonight in any way, I would really appreciate that. Thanks in advance. And I got another $1 tip. The same person talking about poopies and farts. And I'm not going to keep reading that because it's stupid and disgusting. So thanks for the $1 tip, but I'm not going to read out any more dumb messages like that. So you can just stop now if you want. Okay. All right. You and your poopies and farts. Good for you. Okay. Boy. Yeah, so far no one's beaten Mulchman. That $3 tip is the top contribution of the night. Dark Gaming says you'd be done with this game by now if I played it regularly. Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. But I mean, keep in mind, as much fun as we have together when I play this game, take a look at the levels of support it gets. Almost none. You know, the first couple weeks I played it, it did all right. And then it just dropped right off. It's like, I can't play this as much as other games. I have to balance this with other stuff to make up for it. For these nights when you know, the support is so low. It's just matter of fact, cause and effect, you know? I wish it wasn't like that, but that's life.
Here we go.
Grief, if it says it won't send your tip on PayPal, it's your fault and your end, not mine. My PayPal works. Several people have tipped me tonight. So if it's not working, it's you. Lilica says, glad you're enjoying the game and you're not relying on support on if you're going to continue to play or not. Exactly. Dude, are you kidding me? If that were the case, I would have had to drop this like a month ago. It only basically got any support the first week, and that was it. So whatever. I love the series. I'm gonna play it, man. Yeah, if you guys could stop causing drama in the chat, that'd be great. If I see people arguing and causing drama, I'm just gonna time them out. I'm not gonna even argue or bother addressing it. I'm just gonna time people out. They're not gonna waste time on it. Oh, my eye is burning right now. Ah, my eye. Ah, can't see. Ah, my eye. Ah,
I sworn I saw something just now.
I'm glad you saw it, Namba, because I couldn't see it because my eyes all fucked up. Oh, look what we got. Rare dude. All right, time to start getting rid of idiots. There you go. Get rid of this moron.
Hell yeah.
And Lizard Man too. Get rid of 2 idiots. Okay. Get rid of 2 dummies.
Strong.
And what I think we're going to do, bear with me, is I think what we should do is go to as far as we can in the story and then decide what side content we want to do at the end. So I think we should like just keep doing story chapter 10. This game has 14 chapters. So let's say we could do story, we beat chapter 10, chapter 11 pretty fast. If we get to like chapter 12, 13, and then it's like, okay, now it's like the end, then I think what we should do is focus on any side content that we feel like is meaningful, and go from there. People are saying I looked at my inventory, not the item box. Oh, I don't know where the hell the item box is. There was a box that had, it said items. I opened it, and it had, I don't know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. All right. Well, anyway, guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good progress tonight. Next time around, more story focus as we try to get through and beat the game. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me. And for those who did support the stream tonight, also, thank you so very much. I will see you all next time for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are even talking about. You're like, you switch between your items and storage. What? Well, where do you see an item box storage? I don't even know where that is. It's not here, so how could I check that? Right? How could I check that? We're done for tonight anyway. All right, everyone. So that is it for this week. Tomorrow, the day off. I will not be here. So I apologize to those of you who are going to miss me tomorrow. But I promise you I'll be back on Friday. And Friday will be a full day of the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. All right? Should be great for those who like fun multiplayer experiences. For those who like Star Wars, like, this game is significantly better than the ones they attempted to make in the 2010s, where they tried to get that magic back and they failed miserably. You know, they had the stupid leveling system and microtransactions and stuff, and it was terrible. This game is, you have to understand, it's like way better than that. So I hope you'll come by Friday and join me for silly fun all day long in that multiplayer. It's going to be really good. And then we get back to the RPG stuff on Saturday with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and more Like a Dragon. So if you like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, come back Saturday night, and that's when we're continuing on with more story of it, okay? All right, but in the meantime, thank you guys. Oh, DC has another haiku. I bid you goodbye. Scrolled off the screen. I bid you goodbye. May our paths cross again soon. Farewell, good hunter. Thank you, DC. You have a good Thursday. Everyone, please have a good, safe Thursday away. I'll be back Friday with more fun stuff for all you guys, okay? Great week. And I'm very happy that we will be now playing other games. But, you know, Battlefront is in the mix. The week after that, Rise of the Ronin. It's not just RPGs anymore. So now people can get variety if they want, and hopefully you guys will join me for that variety come this Friday. Okay? Everyone, please have a good day. I'll see you on Friday. Peace out. Be safe. And see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, yeah, yeah. Money.
typically helps me more than anything.